This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Alright, before we jump into another draft for Core Set 2021, I want to remind everyone that I am recording this video and streaming this draft during the early access event. Wizards invited me to it, gave me a special account and client to do these drafts and show them to you a day before they'll be available on Arena. So that's what we're doing here. Also, Card Kingdom sponsors my YouTube channel and my streams. And if you click on the link in the description below or the logo below, it will allow you to go to their store through my referral link. That's the word. So check them out. Yeah, so let's hop on in. Luciano, I'm not really into sealed if I have a choice. If I don't have a choice, I'll play sealed, but I don't like sealed that much. You know, I'd rather have more of a hand in deciding what my card pool is. I think most of the cards are choosing not to put in historic would have broken the format, so. Alright, what do we have here? So, this is tricky to build around. I don't think I like it enough to first pick it. I think what we're really looking at here are Cultivate to some extent, Kitesail Freebooter, and Capture Sphere. Oh, no, there's a Llanowar Visionary. I missed that. I think the Visionary is one of the best commons. You know, it ramps you, it draws you extra cards, it's usually a 2-for-1. It enables the draw deck. I like it a lot, and I like it even more. I mean, it's early, so sometimes it's hard to say, you know, how good a Signpost Uncommon is before playing with it, but I'm pretty confident the Visionary is very good, and it's what we'll take here over Freebooter and Capture Sphere and Cultivate. Ooh. Well, my friend Roaming Ghostlight is here, and I like it a lot. Kinetic Augur is pretty good too, but it's not good in any old deck, whereas the Ghostlight is. I do like Watcher of the Spheres. It's a strong Signpost Uncommon, but I think I like Ghostlight a little better. I mean, being monocolored edges it out, because they're pretty comparable cards, I think. So, yeah, we'll take the Manowar, the Spirit Jellyfish, which it's not actually, but it kind of looks like one. They should have just gone for it and made it a jellyfish, I think, but, you know, it's whatever. Ooh, man, I love Quirion Dryad. It's like one of my favorite cards from the olden days. So, I think it's probably just the pick here. Deathbloom Thalad's pretty good. Teferi's Protege's alright, but I think the Dryad's actually our best bet here. Even if you just end up with a normal 2-color deck, it's not going to be that hard to put counters on her. So, yeah. Grass probably is the best common. Yeah, Luciano, it's probably true. Llanowar Visionary is close, but maybe not quite there. Okay. Well, Gourmand is really good. You know, it's not in one of the 2 colors we drafted so far, but that's fine. Gourmand is very strong. Big demon who edicts your opponent. You know, it's hard to not love him. And, you know, Pteranodon's fine, Truffle Snout's fine, but I think Gourmand's good enough that I take it here over the other stuff. Hello, TPO3. I've been keeping well. Hope everyone else has too. Grasp of Darkness is actually a reprint, Luciano, so I don't know how much we can say it's getting crazier. Though it isn't common this time, and, you know, I guess that's a relevant factor. Whew, okay, so nice white aggro cards, you know, especially... This is a great trick. This is a nice 2-drop. Where do I go here? I could consider the Havoc Jester. I think it's the best card in this pack for sure. Read the Tides and Protege are both fine. I think Grasp was an uncommon its first printing, Ratchet, but maybe I'm wrong. It's uncommon in my mind. Yeah, I don't think we want the land. I think there's good enough cards here that we don't want the land. I'm going to take the Havoc Jester. I know it's not on color, but I think it's powerful enough, and we haven't really locked into a single color yet. So I think just taking what's the most powerful makes sense. Ah, it was common in Scars, and then uncommon in whenever it was reprinted. I feel like it was a Zendikar set, maybe? Doesn't it have an Eldrazi on it? Yeah. Okay. Well, so Capture Sphere is a good removal spell. It's not a great one. I do think I want to take it here over the Pteranodon. The black cards here aren't great. Shock's pretty good, actually. That does intrigue me a little bit. I think I'm going to go with Capture Sphere, though. Yeah. Okay. Well, so we got a looter here. We also have Tome Anima, which is a draw 2 payoff. We have a land that might work for us. Pitchburn Devils and Arsonist are okay. I'm leaning towards the Protege here. This card's pretty awful if you can't consistently draw extra cards, and you need something like the Protege to make it work. So yeah, I think we'll take a looter here. Looking like we're going to be blue-green. I do like this guy a lot. He's fun. I mean, he's basically just a bigger Mayhem Devil. But he's monocolored and bigger. We'll put these here for now. I mean, they're both very good cards in their color. Okay, so... nice white card here, but, I mean, the red card here is nothing special. Neither is the black card. I think Setessan Training is just what we want. It's a nice payoff. Not payoff, but a nice way to draw cards and a good card in general anyway. Like, you know, we saw it recently and it was very playable. Yeah. I love Gourmand as a pun name. It's the Archipelagore of this format, I guess. It's not bad that you want to force Shrines, Dopey, but it's dangerous, I think. I think most likely time when you'll probably end up doing Shrines is when you're in, like, black-green. We'll take a Tome Anima here. We do have a couple of ways of drawing cards now. Because if you're in black-green, you may already have the black Shrine, which is the most playable. It's very good even on its own. And so I think that intrigues me about it. So here we'll take a Frantic Inventory. We want to pick up multiples, ideally. I do like Cage Zombie a reasonable bit, but I don't feel like that's where we're going to end up. So Gourmand, for those that don't know the pun, is an English word, but comes from French that means someone who's a food snob, basically. I mean, the less weighted definition would be someone who is a connoisseur. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it, but yeah. So he's gourmand because he's eating a person. So anyway, so Frost Breath is okay. It may not make the cut. I wish it cantripped or something, but we'll take it here over the land. So Lofty Denial is pretty bad, but it's in our color, so we'll cut it. I don't, like, love what we've got so far, but it's alright. Yeah, it's kind of like Epicurean, except an Epicurean applies to everything. Instead of just food. Okay, I don't hate having one of these, I don't think. I like, you know, neither mode is very efficient, but having either or is nice. Man. Massacre Worm is pretty great, but... And we do have a Gourmand. It is a cat tower that you see behind me. Man. So Massacre Worm is very difficult to cast. Triple black and all that. But I kind of think you have to take the worm here. It's great. It's a great card. I think we take it. Yeah, I mean, worm it is. So we could cut green without feeling bad at all. So, I mean, even with the cat sovereign, you know. Okay, don't really like the black cards here. Reign of Revelation's pretty good. It's not going to be as good if we're not in green-blue, but it's still going to be good. And I think I like it more than the Glide Master. Yeah, we'll take the Rain here. Oh yeah, Gourmand. Good call, good call. I forgot we picked up that random guy. Good green cards again. Another Visionary, potentially. So I like Bad Deal, but in a world where I already have Gourmand and Massacre Worm, I don't know how much I want another 6. I might just take the Glide Master or the Crypt Lurker. I think this does give us another way to draw extra cards for our Tome Anima, so that matters. Yeah, I think I like the Lurker a little more here. Lowering our curve might have been nice, but... Ooh. So we could become a mill deck without a whole lot of effort here. We already have several cards that draw us cards. Well, we have fewer than we did, but we still have them. I think we probably go for it with the tutelage. I think it's a legit deck. I mean, it's probably going to be better if you're blue-green. But I think we still go for it here. Okay, so this guy's pretty nice, even if you can't gain life. Heartfire Immolator is probably the best card in this pack, but yeah, we'll take the Ghoul here. It does give us another way to draw for our tutelage, so there you go. And we may end up with ways to gain life, you never know. Alright, I like Caged Zombie here. You know, Truffle Snout, Stetson Training. I'm not sold on Tome Anima being good for our deck, but I guess we do keep finding more ways to draw extra cards, but I have a feeling Caged Zombie will be a little more useful. Okay, so another Frantic Inventory or another Caged Zombie. That's the question here. I go with Prismite. Drag 4Z. Yeah, I think oh man. Second inventory, like you need a third to play it, but I think if we're really gonna be the mill deck, we probably want the inventory, so. What land did I just pass? Just a blue-black land? If it was just a blue-black land, I don't think I want it, but yeah. The reanimation spell would be nice, but right now we don't actually have ways to mill ourselves. So I think we grab another Protege here. Lower on the curve. Yeah, I mean, ideally we get another tutelage. If we get a second tutelage, I think we are legit mill deck. Because we have lots of ways to draw cards to back it up. I'm probably the most excited for blue-green, red-white, which we just played with and was pretty good, and, what's the other one? Blue-red. I always like blue-red, basically. Yeah, we do have looters, that's true. I don't like Rookie Mistake. I don't really like either of these. There's the Burl Fist Oak if we had stuck with green, but I think it was right to leave green behind. This isn't a terrible thing to reanimate, I guess, if we end up in that, like, getting reanimation. I guess it's what we'll take here. More likely to make the cut than all that other stuff. Yeah, I think... Ooh. Speaking of splashing... Yeah, I don't quite think we have enough gas to splash that. We could think about the Megalodon, but I think we need some early drops pretty badly to not get run over, you know? Yeah, Gloomsower is bad, but it's more likely I play it than Mind Rot, so... This is probably not going to make the cut in this deck as it looks right now. That's a pretty big if, Titan Chess. I could also, you know... do we take Fixing here over a mediocre 2-drop? I don't think we're so desperate for a 2-drop. Yeah, I think we'll take Fixing. In case we see something interesting. And look, we get a mediocre 2-drop in. There you go. And a mediocre 1-drop. And a land that works for us. That was pretty good for the last 3 picks of a pack there. Okay, we have another Ghost Light, which is probably the pick. This is such a cool card, but I think it's way too hard to make it work. Silver Smoke Ghoul is something we already have. The Larcenist's not bad. It does need some support. We just take the Mana War, though. We're all about the Mana War. If we had life gain, the Ghoul would be better, but we don't have enough life gain for the Ghoul. I'd rather just have Mana War action. I think we hope we don't play Liliana's Steward, and we hope we don't play Walking Corpse. So, those are things we're hoping for. I think we have enough for Tome Anima. Ooh. Okay. I like Rousing Reed a lot. We also have Rise Again, which seems like it would be amazing. And it will be with both Gourmand and Massacre Worm. Yeah, I think you need 3 Frantic Inventories to play them. And or lots of payoffs for drawing cards and casting spells. Yeah, I think Rousing Reed is pretty darn good. I think, you know, Rise Again seems like it would be fun because of these two, but I don't think it's consistent enough that I want to do it. I don't love Jeskai Elder. It is a good 2-drop, but I think Rousing Reed is really good. It also goes with the card draw action that we want. It's another Rousing Reed. I don't know that I want more than one. It's also a Finishing Blow. Kind of think we want the Finishing Blow and not the Elder. We do have stand a chance of getting run over in the early game, admittedly. But, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that Reanimator comes back, but I think Rousing Reed is really good. We really want another Tutelage. Ooh, okay. Lots of cards we want here. I wouldn't mind the Grub or the Stitcher or the Indulgence, but we definitely take the Stitcher. You know, it does more than just reanimate, unlike the reanimation spell. You know, she loots for you. She does all kind of cool stuff. So yeah. Stitcher's awesome. Yeah, I like the Grub too, but it's not as good as the Stitcher. I mean, I think I stick with one tutelage here no matter what. I think we end up playing it and trying, you know, maybe milling our opponent out in some games. So yeah. Even if we don't have two, if we have two, we can really go all in on it, but... Okay, so Capture Sphere is good, but we are pretty desperate for some early drops. And I think the Arcanist is good enough in our deck, and it's going to be better than the Swindler, although the Swindler can actually help us get back our Ghoul, which is cool. So the question is, which is more useful? I think, on average, it's going to be the Arcanist. Oh yeah, we do. If we really need a 2-drop, you're right. We can play Walking Corpse. Yeah, if we feel like we really need early action, we do have fail cases. So, yeah, our curve is real high. We do need to lower it for sure. Oh man, there's the other tutelage. All right, well, we're forcing tutelage now. We do give up a frantic inventory here, but I think that's okay. I think the tutelage is going to be good. Assuming we don't get run over quickly by a red-white deck, you know. So we got the double tutelage. Lots of ways to draw cards. I guess we're taking the Larcenist here to try to lower our curve a little more. Yeah. Our curve's not terrible. Like, we do have a few 1-drops. We're probably cutting the inventories unless we hit the third one. I'm not usually a huge fan of mill, but a card like this changes my mind about it generally, just because it's so easy to make work. Okay, so do we want another Glide Master or a Blackguard? The Grub is tempting, but I don't think we want it. You know, it would set up reanimating and stuff, but I think we need 1-drops, 2-drops pretty badly. So I think we take either a Blackguard or a Glide Master. I think I like the Glide Master a little more. This deck seems like it could be sweet, but we'll have to see. So are we desperate enough for a 2-drop to take a Prismite? I don't think so. I think we'll take a Larcenist. They may not even make the cut. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take a office or away from somebody. Another Tome Anima. We can think about it. So one thing I think this deck is lacking a little of, I don't hate another Arcanist, is removal. Like, we have it. And we do have Massacre Worm, obviously, which can make up for that considerably, but yeah. Seems like a sweet deck, though. We had all the Tome Animas we wanted, you know? So what do we change into? I mean, we're definitely a defensive deck now, more than anything. It's not really like we have that many aggro cards. So I think we probably do cut the inventories. I think we have enough card draw without them. Probably. Yeah. We cut the inventories. Whoop. Not a Glide Master. I think we need to hold on. I mean, we can maybe cut Walking Corpse and Liliana's Steward. I probably don't want both Larcenists. You know, they do draw cards and all that, but it's hard to successfully make them work most of the time. I don't think we can run 16 lands in this deck, Jay Dorfer. This deck is not a 16-lander. So we have stuff to sack to the Lurker. I mean, but you're right. Maybe it doesn't draw cards consistently enough. Thank you for the bits, JTX78. Massacre Worm is one of the best bombs in the set. Bleh. So, in terms of card draw, what are we left with? We're going to lose this Steward for sure. So, card draw we're left with. Well, we have our Larcenist, who's potentially repeatable. Rousing Reed, which is one shot. Protege, which is repeatable. Tutelage, which draws itself. Silver Smoke Ghoul, another Looter. Reign of Revelation. Read the Tides. Yeah. Does kind of make me feel like maybe I need to be running something, but something else. I'm probably going to cut this Walking Corpse and roll with this. Yeah, I mean, maybe the Animas. Do we need 2 drops more than we need a mediocre 4-drop? That will be unblockable a decent chunk of the time, but... yeah, I guess, do we want Walking Corpse more in this deck? It's kind of what it comes down to. Or do I cut an Anima? I could cut an Anima for a Lurker. I think that might actually be better. Decent stats. Another source of card draw, potentially. Yeah, let's go with the Lurker. I think that's better than Walking Corpses in the end. Yeah. All right, so I think this will be what we're working with. Let me look through and make sure I don't have, like this is definitely an aggro card. We don't want that in this deck. I don't think we have any of that, so yeah. All right, I think this looks good. I will be right back, and then we'll start playing with this deck. Okay. So let's see if this Tutelage deck can do it. I mean, the thing I'm worried about is a distinct lack of control spells, you know? We don't have as much removal as you want for this deck to work out. However, we have Massacre Worm, which can just even out many a board state. I mean, I think we keep this. There's a chance we get run over, but we have, you know, what we're looking for. Yeah, that's the kind of card that might run us over. Might have to play Caged Zombie first for a variety of reasons. Don't play a 2-drop. Oh, no. I said we might get run over, and it could happen here. I wonder if I need to play the Protege. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so... I think God, even if I play the Protege now, like, the best it can do is, like, trade, but I actually think trading is important. Maybe we'd rather trade our zombie, actually. Yeah, I think... I'm surprised you're the first person, say that today about the sound of the game. Because I raised it previously because of, yeah. Okay. I'm actually pretty ecstatic they elected not to attack me there. So I think what I'm gonna do here is play Protege. And then next turn I can play Glide Master and Tutelage, potentially. Let's draw our Massacre Worm. That's what we really need to do. Yeah, that's gross. That may just kill us before we can get our feet under us. Ooh. Great draw. I'm glad we have 2 of these. I mean, this is what we pretty much have to do here. We have to stabilize before we can start trying to mill them out, basically. So, And that's what we're working on. Tutelage Rousing Reed is a pretty good play. Man, if we can get them to not attack us here, I'm going to be so happy. Okay, well. You can only become a 4/4, can't you? Interesting. So there's a chance they have Burn Bright. And maybe to hedge against that, I should just block this. Does mean I take 4. But it lets me play around Burn Bright. And I think I like that, so. Yeah, that's pretty big. Okay. So let's play the Tutelage. Discard a Glide Master. And then we'll play Rousing Reed on our Protege. And discard the Swamp. Okay. Let's get things going here. Hey, Drop of Flame. Okay, that is a pretty good attack, isn't it? We do have the Roaming Ghostlight. So do we just take 4 here? Except again, if they have Burn Bright, we're completely destroyed. So, I'll block with the Protege and try to take it down. Hello, CH_BU, Chaboo, whatever you like to be called. Uh-oh, don't play a burn spell. Okay, good. I think that's what we wanted. Ooh, Mangara would have been annoying. So I can play this Ghostlight and bounce the Chorister and buy ourselves the time we need to rebuild the board to... Yeah. I don't think I want to attack. I think our way of winning, especially with them at 29, is just going to be milling them. This is our second draft Drop of Flame. Whew! That's a lot of guys. Okay, so this can mill 6 cards on its own, but it can also just bounce a bunch of their creatures. So, yeah, the Worm would be awesome. I think we just play out all our stuff here. Although maybe not with Goblin Arsonist in play. Maybe that's not the smart move. They have 16 cards left in their deck. I'm just gonna play the Glide Master here. I used to play Constructed, Son of Ugin, I did. I just ended up gravitating more towards Limited as I got older. So let's hope... Yeah. So if the Chorister attacks me, I probably block with these 3 things. Interesting. Do I just take 1 from the Arsonist here? Yeah, I think so. So they could have a burn spell to blow us out. But if all yeah, that's what we want them to do. Oh, hello. I mean, that's a pretty huge upgrade, just because of the sheer size of Gourmand. So I think we just play him and sacrifice the Arcanist. Of course, they sacrifice their Arsonist, but... and do 1 to us. The scary thing is, they may find a way to do damage to us out of nowhere. Because of Volcanic Geyser, or whatever it's called. Alright, so they're down to 10 cards. It's time to draw 3 cards with this. Look, we drew our Massacre Worm. Yeah, milling that shock is good news for sure. So if I just play Crypt Lurker here and draw a card with it, I win. So I think we probably go for that. Discard a creature card, discard Tome Anima. Yeah! We managed to stabilize in that one, despite the early assault on our life. Yeah, if we get one of those tutelages in our opening hand, I think we're usually going to win if we can make it to the late game. Although we never played it until after we stabilized. Well, can't keep this one. That was the first game with that deck. Yeah, rank resets every month. And my rank on this doesn't matter because it's just like a one-time client that they let me use for this. Ooh. Hello. So... I think we send back Gourmand. Gourmand. I don't know how they want you to pronounce it. Probably Gourmand, so that it's like a straight-up pun. It's been pretty fun so far. This new format. Ooh. Okay. Well, our opponent's not having a fast start. They're not having a slow one either, but I think I have the time to just go tutelage. We need to find lands anyway, so... It's not like the Larcenist does a whole lot on this board, so... Discard a card. Probably Tome Anima, honestly. Having little creatures who can block is probably more useful right now. They are black-green, so they may have some graveyard shenanigans, which would not be ideal. I don't think. Ooh. That's not ideal either. I think we just need to suck it up and take a big hit here. And hope we hit a 4th land off of our loot. Yeah, I think that's... We did it. Probably discard the Larcenist at this point. Yeah, we did just mill the reanimation spell. That's not good. Yeah, we do get to bounce this, at least this turn. Uh-oh. We just put this guy in the graveyard. Let's hope they can't do anything about that. Turns into a 5/5 if they can. Well, holding on to that creature would have been nice. But the good news is, if we draw 3 with this right now, we mill 12 cards, and they have 13 left in their library. So, I think we just win. Yeah, we win next turn if we draw 3. If they can't counter our Read the Tides, we win. I think we got there. Draw 3. Yeah! Those Mana War spirits have been key, though. Like, they've bought us the 1 turn we need to mill people out. But yeah, mill is often not good in Limited. I'm usually the first person to tell you not to bother. In most formats, you shouldn't. However, when you have a build-around enchantment like this one, it's very real. When it's not real is when it's like a historic payoff like we saw in Dominaria. Yeah. I think we can keep this. There's no tutelage in the opener, but we can draw into it, you know. Yeah, it is a good win con. You know, it has its downsides, but... Okay, well, player protege. Hopefully we loot into some lands. I'd like some lands. Most formats, like, have a build around for mill, but it just doesn't work most of the time. Now, in Eldraine, there was a legit mill deck, too. But that was kind of a weird circumstance. Okay, so do we just play our other looter now? I think maybe we do. It also means we can, like, discard our Massacre Worm and then reanimate it, potentially. Uh-oh. Quirion Dryad looking tough. Ooh, okay, well, let's do this. They're another graveyard deck, so let's hope, they can't really punish us. So I can reanimate my Gormand. I think it's what I'm going to discard here. Gormand. Ooh, I'm glad I can bounce that. Because that's going to be a problem in the long run. I need to buy myself the extra turns. See you later, Vidalian Arcanist. You don't draw me cards, so you're not worth it to me. Alright, so I could do the Gourmand thing, but I don't think I want to yet. Alright, so yeah, let's play our Gaslight here. Ghostlight. I keep saying Gaslight because most Magic cards don't have the word Ghost. They usually have Ghast. I guess that's when they're from Innistrad, though. Oh, man, look at that. They just went after our tutelage. That's nasty. So Tome Anima will be unblockable. Silver Smoke Ghoul, we can't get back. I guess I'd rather have the Anima, honestly. At least we get a 1/1 token out of that deal, you know? I think we're just gonna take this. I don't really want to kill it anytime soon. Okay. Man, I really want to hit that tutelage before I play Rousing Reed. I do have the Gourmand plan still. Darn it. Okay, fine. Just play my Anima. Do I need to start attacking? I don't want to start attacking, but I think I might need to. Get some. We can loot again at the end of their turn. Well, we will likely be bouncing that at the end of that on our turn. Mill is not our only win condition, it's just probably our smartest win condition. We do have creatures in play, as you can see. The zombie pressures them some, but not enough, I don't think. Alright, so let's do this. Actually, let's loot first, because that makes this unblockable. Alright, so see you later. Okay. Attack with both of those. Man, I only have 2 blue mana, huh? So we can send the Anima into the sky soon, which is pretty sweet. We can reanimate Gourmand at some point, which is also pretty sweet. You know, assuming our creature doesn't die. Play your Wildwood Scourge again. If only I could bounce him again. Oh, well, I'll take removal. For sure. I think in this case we're actually going to loot with the Protege so that I can... Oh, no, I won't be able to anyway. So, might as well do it for free. See you later, Library Larcenist. Even if you are sweet with Rousing Reed, I'd rather just put it on my Anima at this point. So, you're unblockable. Okay, so... We're gonna win with damage in this game, potentially. Next turn, maybe. Okay. So, I think we just take both of these. Yeah, I feel pretty bad about that Hydra. We got some serious tempo out of that. I could have looted there and probably should have, but, you know. Alright, so we're going to play Rousing Reed here. Discard a Swamp. So they have to block. Oh, that's not good. That is very not good. Man. I mean, I guess I still go to 3, so I can't be too upset, but... Alright, let's play this just because it's big. And, I'm actually gonna discard... I don't really want to Gourmand unless I have to, because if they actually have a way to abuse Archfiend's Vessel, we're kind of in trouble. So, take 1. And I'm still in a position where I'm not, like, desperate to do that, so... Not too worried. Man, that's a big Quirion Dryad. Yeah, that's pretty crappy. But I'd rather reanimate something or loot here. Well... We attack with both of those. They have to block one of them. Hopefully without a trick this time. They go to 1. And yeah, I think I end my turn. Ooh, reanimate Glidemaster. That would have been smart. They do have a card in their hand, but they only have 1 mana. So yeah, reanimate Glidemaster, give my guys flying. That probably would have gotten us there. Good call. Right. So that's gonna chomp. You're gonna block this. And I'm gonna take... Well, I guess I might as well block. Yeah, her reanimate ability needs tapping, as does her loot ability. Cool to see Quirion Dryad be so awesome, because she is pretty great in this deck. So, you know, I've been pretty cautious about things with that Archfiend's Vessel. I wonder if I needed to be. I also wonder why they're looking at their graveyards so intently. Interesting. I think I should just go for it and get the Gourmand here, because it does mean they mill their Vessel or whatever, but I mean, it dies, but I also have a huge Trampler, and it's hard to imagine they'll be okay with those 3 flyers. So I think we're gonna do it and get back Gourmand. All right. See, we don't have to win with mill. That is our main way of winning, but all right, I think we can keep this. It's not awesome, but it's all right. Why would you not rate the Bounce Spirit highly, my man? Mana War is always good and limited, especially one with evasion. No! They're gonna take my tutelage away. No, yeah, take the finishing blow. Take it. Just take that finishing blow. Don't take the tutelage. Take a finishing blow. Yeah. Finishing blow. Come on. Come on. That was mean. Concede. That would be funny. Wow. That was pretty aggressive. You're gonna let me draw a card? That's cool. Play our Ghostlight next turn. It's not that great on this board, but we can do it. Boom. Yeah, that was a mistake. They just gave me a 2-for-1. They should have just killed my guy outright, not let me do what I wanted there. Which is more or less what they allowed. I'm glad I drew a Silver Smoke Ghoul right after they played that. I can at least do this. I don't think Freebooter's busted. I mean, it's a card we've seen before. It's good, but it's not busted. I'm down with that. So do I just plan on finishing blow here at the end of their turn to get back my guy? I think I probably do. And then by my guy, I mean Teferi's Tutelage, which is not a guy at all, but a spell. Yeah, it is weird to play Kervek here. Puts them in an awkward spot for sure. Like, do they play Kervek here, kill their Arsonist, and do 1 to me? No. Well, crap. Nah, I don't care about life. We're gonna go ahead and kill the Freebooter. Okay. Really annoying to have the Ghoul, but, yeah, so I play our Tutelage. This Start the mill train. Discard what? I mean, our X1s are all going to be pretty bad. So, see you later. Play our protege. Right, so I can block here, and then this takes one, and then it's just not worth it. I'd rather just make them play him and kill their arsonist than the other option. Especially because if I play Gourmand, it's actually a pretty good turn. Oh, hello. Okay. Time to accelerate things. We are facing some considerable damage, but... Discard a card, huh? Well, I think it's the land. So, they have 18 cards left in their library. If I loot at the end of their turn, it mills 4 cards. And then I draw on my turn and it mills 4 more, which is 8. And then I just kill them with Read the Tides. So, I think we just don't do anything else this turn. Take a hit here, but we'll survive. Yeah. Yeah. I think this should get us there. Now, maybe there's something to be said for blocking here, just to take less damage. Because I don't need this after looting. I just need to loot. So let's go ahead and block. And then do this. And then discard probably the Glide Master. Ooh, they had Subira, who's pretty scary. Alright. This should do it, unless they do something crazy. Oh, like that. Man, that's not good. That is not good, guys. Okay, so... Alright. I have to find another way to survive a couple more turns. Capture Sphere will do it for us. Oh, shh. I forgot to play my Capture Sphere there, which was brilliant, admittedly. That was good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so we're going to play it now while we can. Yeah, so that mills 4 cards. I drew a blocker, so I'm not quite dead. Right? Oh, no. I pretty much am. Because Karavek comes down. Yeah. So this will drop me to 2. Karavek comes down and kills the Arsonist. If I'd played Capture Sphere when I should have... if I'd played it when I should have, we would have survived, but... long enough to kill them, but we did not. Well played. Yeah, that Lifeland. That Lifeland is pretty funny in retrospect. Yeah, we would have won that game if I had Capture Sphered and taken 3 less. It's rough. Them reanimating that freebooter was a pretty brilliant play. Because they knew I had the draw 3 card in my hand from earlier. So. Alright, I think this is keepable. We have a curve out, you know? That's not something that normally happens in this deck. We're up against Amazonian. So, we want this game to go long, and for that reason, I think I'm okay with trading here if they are. Nope. Okay, well... So, yeah, I mean, yeah. Still down to trade. Okay. Play the toe mana here. We need to find a tutelage. And fast. Man, I'm so mad we threw away that last game. That's a big boy, but an easy one to trade with. So, we're just going to play our lurker here and not sacrifice anything. Although, there's something to be said for discarding our caged zombie and trying to find what we need. Which is our aura, or enchantment, I mean. Probably not. If we can just keep trading, I think we're pretty happy with that. But I don't love... Ooh. Luckily we have finishing blow, but... this is not going to feel good. Are you going to go all in on that Gorehorn? She did. Well, is it worth chump blocking now? It probably is. Get out of here. So, I don't like our chances here. You know, we're in a battle where we're having to do damage. And that's not exactly our forte in this deck. I mean, we won once with damage, but nasty. Okay, I think I like this. Yeah, let's discard a land. So, I feel a little better about our chances of winning with damage now. Man, we saw a million Hunter's Edges in our draft, and so did they. Well, I think we're going to try to race here, as crazy as that is. I'm just gonna take 8. Uh-oh. That doesn't really help us. I think we're losing. This will be the first one where we should have lost. Our other ones were more... You know, the one other one we lost was me punting. This time we're just going to get owned. You know, most likely, anyway. Yeah. So, what can we reanimate? Nothing worthwhile. That's the answer. So we need to prevent damage here. She doesn't do damage on her own, but it's not like we're swinging through this board anyway. We may have to do something silly with her to have a chance, like loot and then reanimate at instant speed. So I think I'm just going to block with the Arcanist and go to 1. Ooh. Interesting. Well, turn up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hands. I guess the answer is Truffle Snout and Dreadmaw. That does buy us a teensy bit of time. Doesn't do anything else. Oh, did I forget to use the zombie? Man, I'm stupid. Well, maybe I'll punt this one away too, you know? Alright, so we're gonna double block this time. Lose our caged zombie in the process. Who should have them at 4, but it probably wasn't gonna matter. Yeah, that's too late. Man. That Mana War would have been good. Alright, we're dead. We are 3-2. We're about to be 3-2 in this draft, Seraph. We should be 4-1, but you know. Oh, I could have reanimated the spirit. I misplayed a lot in that game. The spirit bouncing them would have mattered, though. Ooh, this is a good hand. We need that 3rd land. Yeah, I should have done that. You guys are right. We probably were still dead, but it would have given us a chance. Yeah, if I couldn't do it, then never mind, but... Isn't 3 mana all you need? Oh no, you need 4. Alright, so... We got an early tutelage this game. That's always a good sign. I think I'm gonna discard the ghoul. A little scary. Alright, so I think we'll play the Stitcher first. Although I guess the Protege scares off attackers a little more. But the Stitcher is free to loot, and I think that matters. So I'm a little scared. I mean, Spellgorger Weird can get huge out of nowhere. We do have a couple of the bounce spirits. Ooh, that card scares me too. Not gonna lie. So we're taking 6 here, obviously. Yeah, let's play a Protege here. We're gonna wait to loot because we can. least the weird doesn't have trample, you know? I can chump block it for a while. Try to dig for something more meaningful. Yeah, so... you're gonna block that. If they have the double power card, it could be pretty nasty. I could have double blocked, but I highly doubt it would have gone my way. Okay, that's actually pretty good here. Okay, so I can get back the Gourmand at instant speed if I choose to. I could just reanimate it now. They're at 18 cards. It does mean I lose one of my looters. The question is here whether it's better for me to just keep going wide and just bracing to take hits, or to get a big creature in play who will tamper with the situation considerably. Because I could just keep playing blockers and keep taking 3 or whatever from Hobble Fiend. It's hard. It's hard to know what the right move is here. Yeah, the 5 open mana scares me too. There's a chance, like, if I did get Gourmand, they just murder it, so... I think I'm just gonna loot twice here. Yeah. Alright, so... I'm going to declare a block here, and I'm going to take Spellgorger Weird this time. Make them sacrifice. Yeah, that hurts. Or use a card, you know, and not have to sacrifice at all. Was I too late there? No, thank God. I guess a 1/3 is more useful here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do they have the double power card, too? Doesn't look like they do. They're at 15 cards, okay. Whoa! Ugh. I don't know that we have the time here that we need. Ooh. That helps a lot, though, as it always does. Okay, so... I think we do this. We could reanimate Gourmand again, but... So... Trample is scary. Is Trample scarier? I think it is when we're at 3 life. It's scarier than the sheer size of the weird. We're at 10 cards now, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're gonna block with the Ghost Light because it doesn't draw me cards. And what we want to be doing right now is drawing cards. I can reanimate the Ghost Light now and mill them again. Bounce him again, rather. Which is pretty sweet. This does draw me cards, but you don't. Okay, so... What do they have? 6 cards left? I think that means we win now. Provided They don't have a removal spell in response to Rousing Reed. We're going to go for it. Let's put it on... Put it on the Protege. Thank God. Ooh, we could reanimate our Massacre Worm later. Whew! That one got scary, but once again we were bailed out by our Mana Wars. Yeah, the Worm has been overshadowed. It's been really weird. Both of our decks so far have been pretty good winning decks, and they both had a crazy good Mythic Rare in them, but neither of them have done anything yet. We had the Dragon in our first one, did nothing, and in this one we've never gotten our Massacre Worm, so... Most of the time when we've drawn our big, when we've drawn our Spirit, Massacre Worm could have stabilized the game too. So we do have this combo, which is a good one. We don't have a tutelage yet, but I think that's okay. Interesting they don't have VIP on their name. Pretty sure everybody does, but maybe they don't. Aw, man, they took a mulligan. We don't want that. That's one more card in their deck. Yeah, so we have a slow start here. My cat. Yeah. She's chilling on her cat tree, I guess. She is behind me. Ooh. This may hit us hard and fast, unfortunately. Like if they put a counter on this right now or play a 4-power creature, both of which are reasonable. Okay. I'm not that worried about that, honestly. We play our Larcenist here. Our Crypt Lurker can block that all day if it wants to. Well, I'm glad they did that now, because doing it in response to something later would have been bad news. Do I want to discard my Gormand? I don't think so. I think I just play a 3/4. Decline. Could I have targeted the opponent's creature? That's true. That is one way to think around what we did. We're in pretty good shape here, if only because they're, like, out of gas, basically, and their board isn't imposing. And we have removal. It's getting a little more impressive, though, as time goes on. Alright, so... I think I'm going to play Rousing Reed here. It is tempting to hold on to and be greedy, but I could play Rousing Reed. Glad you find the content useful, Count Coco thing. Draw a couple cards, so that's 5. Yeah, we can discard a land here. We want the swamp because of Massacre Worm, so... we're going to play the Glide Master. I could go on the offensive here, honestly. I say we're gonna go for it. I can trade for the Magmut if I want to. And I probably do want to. Although, it does mean I don't have something to sacrifice to Gorman, but that's probably okay. Or they just attack me with the Manticore. Manticore? Masticore. Yeah, making the Pteranodon attackable at some point will not be good for us. That much is for sure. Alright, so let's go to combat, send in the Lurker. We're going to play Gorman this turn. Might find out what the last card is in their hand right now. We kind of want to hold on to Read the Tides till it's our last thing in our hand. I mean, especially for when we draw our tutelage. Take 4. Now we play this big boy. So, I mean, that's 9 damage in the air. It may just be worth bouncing these both right now and hitting them for 9. Which is not... not usually what I think we want to be doing, but I think it is here. Let's attack, see what happens. I guess I can wait a turn. They're not going to be able to kill me this turn, even with Volcanic Geyser. They can get close, though, I guess. But I can play this and leave up my removal spell, so I think that's what I'll do. And then next turn, if they play flyers, I can bounce them and attack for lethal, theoretically. It's like, did they say that because they're going to kill me? No. Alright, so we've done at least 5 and 3 with both decks today. They were very different decks, you know. Red-white aggro and blue-black mostly mill. Although I guess we've won 3 milling and 2 with damage, surprisingly. I'll be right back, and then we will continue. Okay. See if we can do better than 5 and 3 here. Yeah, it is really weird that both of these decks had mythics, but they haven't really been a factor, but they still did well. And that is a mulligan with her mythic in her hand. It makes it weird for making the thumbnails, because normally I go with, like, the mythic. I would go with the mythic because it's less likely I build a deck around it later, you know, because it's mythic. I may never see them again. Whereas the tutelage, art, and stuff like that, you know, that might happen again. Well, he's in this hand too. How about that? I think we probably still bought him a land, an island. So yeah, it's like the diet of verms. Good stuff, Futino. Well, that's interesting. Seeing someone play Radiant Fountain is interesting. They are going to get to loot here, unfortunately for me. I haven't gotten to cast Rain in this format. I did in Modern Horizons, and it was pretty good. Well, well, well. Okay, well, I say let's go for it. Do I see myself casting Gourmand in this game? Not particularly, and I do want to hold on to lands because of Massacre Worm, actually. So, yeah, and Massacre Worm will decimate this board if we can get there. Hopefully they can't kill us with all the prowess in the world. They might be able to, but I'm hopeful they won't. Because right now, yeah, Massacre Worm comes down and kills them all. Every last one of them. So, do we hold on to a land again here? I think that's probably pretty greedy when I can cast Reign of Revelation. So we'll discard a land. Oh, I don't have to discard yet. Haha. Okay, so I think we just brace for another hit, cast Reign of Revelation at the end of their turn. I can't very effectively block these things anyway. So, triggering Prowess is going to be so gross here, though. Oh, God. Yeah, that's not good, guys. So, they hit me for 8 here. And I just made this card better. There's one of the downsides of going tutelaging, is you make that card better. Woo! Yeah, I think we're gonna die. There's a few ways I can survive here, but not a lot. I do get to draw a bunch of cards, so maybe I'll draw one that helps us survive. Yeah, I mean, a creature does something. Oh, I need to make it one more turn, and I don't know that I can. All I have to do is trigger prowess once, and I'm dead. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, so 5-3 and 5-3 so far today.